Hello, ladies and gentlemen. It is Mike Levin on Tuesday, June 7th, 2022. And I do believe I have just shot the most important hour and a half of video of my life. It is the full resetting of a modern laptop to default factory, Windows 11, and then the running of WSL space minus minus install. The subsequent reboot, an automatic installation of Ubuntu, setting up a username and password, and then getting it to come up under a tabbed, unified Microsoft terminal. And then being able to launch into that terminal Linux, Freudian slip. But it is, might as well be Unix. The fact that Apple chose Unix and Microsoft chose Linux just makes the story all that much more wonderful. There's still an Apple versus Microsoft thing going on. The ivory tower of Unix, chosen by Apple, and the bad boy, more standard than standard, canonical Linux of Microsoft. It's just wonderful, wonderful story. Substories. There's substories within substories within substories. And so, who am I? My name is Mike. I have a mic, and I like to talk. I love my mic. I'm Mike Levin. And I'll work that into some some identity, some online profile that'll make me kitschy and pop culture appealing. I am who I am. I'm just raw video. Editing is stupid. And I was forced to do one break of that continuous video shoot because of having to log in to the laptop with a Microsoft account after the reinstall. You have no choice of using, say, a local account or a non-online account. You have to use something that does the web thing. So what if you don't have internet? I don't even know how that works. But because I had to use a Microsoft account and it had to be connected to the internet, it also needed to prove I was who I said I was, and it prefers to use the Microsoft Authenticator app for that. And it was on the same video that I was on the same phone that I was shooting the video with. I'm tired. It's 7:30. I've had a long day, and then I shot this video after my work day was over. And I shot it in two 45-minute blocks, with that one interruption in the middle. And I had a chicken and egg problem because I couldn't stop shooting the video, but that phone is where the Authenticator app was. So I installed the Authenticator app onto my second phone, the Android phone, the Note 8, which I'm actually shooting this video on now, as that's all uploading, syncing through Google Photos, which I'll pull back down onto a laptop and edit it together using Camtasia Studio. Oh my God. Whereas if it were a continuous take, I could have just uploaded it from my phone to YouTube. That would have been much more my preference. Editing is stupid. Life's too short to edit video. Play this all at high speed. It's on you. It's not on me. If you want this knowledge, you work for it. Things aren't easy. And the feeling that it's easy that you get from slick editing is not doing you any good at all. You think you have knowledge, but you don't unless you've worked your way through it. So fast forward, rewind, play at 2 times speed, freeze it, replay portions, squint at the screen, try typing things on your end, get it to work, people. Roomba and Charlie Brown. If you haven't heard me say it a million times already, well, even if you had, here is 1,000,001. Lucy's gonna pull the football out from under you, Charlie Brown. You know that, so take precautions. Get an acknowledgement from Lucy that she understands your concern and that she actually verbalizes, next time through it, I will not pull the football out. Anything less than that, she's gonna pull the football away. So be like Charlie Brown with a brain. The definition of stupidity is repeating the same mistake over and over and not learning. If you learn, you'll eventually become the Kwisatz Haderach like Duncan, Idaho, and unify humans and machines. And so, relive your life. Repetition is okay. I repeat, repetition is okay. Do repeat yourself. We enjoy typing. Don't be dry. Don't repeat yourself, DRY. Don't repeat yourself, DRY. Don't repeat yourself, DRY. What if we enjoy typing? Well, then we're wet. We enjoy typing. WET. We enjoy typing. Is any of this sticking? Anything? Anything? It's got to be like a TikTok soundbite, regurgitation with people twitching their face and, sexy innuendo. That's the only thing that'll get the attention of the youth. Saying, you can be superpowered. Here is how to absorb the power of the yellow sun, you Kryptonians. All you have to do is WSL space -- install, and you will be an instant superhero. Well, I mean, an instant, superhero infant, like when the rocket came down and hit the Kent's property, but it's going to take a while before you master it. 10 years, 10,000 hours. Oh, who did that study? Everyone credits Malcolm Gladwell. He didn't do the study. He popularized the study, and I will remember the names. Oh, Florida State University. It's an FSU study, so I'm getting part of the way there. The brain behind all this operating system stuff you're learning is really the dawn of time sharing. 1950s when it was inspired, 1960s when it was implemented by Fernando Corbato in creating Multics, not Unix. Unix came later. Fernando Corbato created Multics, and then Ken Thompson and Dennis Ritchie together copied Multics and made it Unix by chopping its balls off and making a viral thing. Google the Unix Haters Handbook. Really, people hate Unix. Let me tell you how much they hate Unix. It's really impressive. You'll be here while I get my dinner. I was here for breakfast too. I think you saw me get breakfast. Wendy's on both sides. Yeah, hi there. I'll have the number 12 medium, please. Yeah. I'll have orange soda as my drink, please. No, just medium. And I would like it with the spicy chicken. Yeah, you know how it's grilled and spicy, yeah. And that's all, please. Orange soda? Yeah. No, that's all, please. Thank you. Yeah, so there you have it, Ken Thompson copied Multics from Fernando Corbato because it was getting out of hand with how commercialized it was going to become. And then Linus Torvalds copied Ken Thompson because it was written for different kind of hardware and it became embroiled in intellectual property rights. And that is what has become the generic plumbing of tech, period. Just, there's no if, ands, or buts. There's no debate about it. Windowing, desktop windowing environments, a la Windows, a la Macs, a la Linux GNOME and KDE and XCFE and all the other variations that are out there are just window dressing. You know, necessary for a few apps, GIMP, FreeCAD, Blender, but not really necessary for your career, data stuff, automation. Thank you. So unless you're a designer of some sort, graphic design, 3D design, oh, thank you. You don't need the graphical desktop. The graphical desktop gets in your way. It's an impediment. It's an impediment to muscle memory. The muscle memory you're really trying to develop is the muscle memory of using the command line interface, the terminal software. There's some channeling for you, terminal software. It's because it was the end of the line. It's where the line terminated at a teletype machine. And you had to have a terminator on it because otherwise there's feedback loops and stuff. So, you know, it's old-fashioned telephone line stuff. A low bandwidth, by the way. And Vim, the Vim text editor I teach you how to use, everything about it is because it is low bandwidth, right? You see, it's intended to be used over very, very slow connections. So efficiency of hand motion was important. When Bill Joy took the existing ED and EX text editors, single line text editors, and turned it into a full screen text editor. When you go full screen, you don't want to like chew up all your bandwidth by like being inefficient. So they created almost a language for controlling text. That's why you go into and out of insert mode. You're not always in insert mode like you are with every other text editor that exists. It's a little disconcerting at first. Vim, VI and Vim. Vim is VI improved, written by Amiga buff Bram Molyneux in 1991 on Fred Fish 591. So the updated, the modernized version of VI, written by Bill Joy in 1976, only 6 years into Unix, right? Unix was barely a young child, and it got its first, well, not its first, Emacs might have existed first, but it got one of its first full-screen text editors. And, you know, still used today, still widely used today. And it can be used on any computer. It's part of the standard of this generic plumbing of tech. It's always there. Even when it's this extremely stripped down versions of, even when your whole operating system is fitting on not 20 megabytes, but like 2 megabytes. If you have a 2 megabyte version of Unix running, they'll still have VI. It's like ye old floppy disk almost. They haven't asked me to pull up yet. The last person had pulled up a bit. Someone like kind of hunked me, but if they didn't ask me to pull up, I'm not moving up. My sandwich will be here in a moment.
You have a medium 4-piece?
No, it was a spicy chicken. Yeah. Thank you. You too. All right, so I got my dinner. Wendy's has the best potato stuff. Their hash browns this morning were really good. It wasn't even hash browns. It was like a flat, spicy French fry. It was really good, and their normal fries with dinner is really good. Best fast food. Is this not recording? Oh my God. Jesus. Let's see how far it got.